So the other day, a friend of mine asked me, how can he increase his focus? How can he focus on remember what he studied? The answers I gave him was I gave him two general things. The first one was I told him like I meditate. It helps a lot. It helps me become more mindful of what you do. Some people might find meditation a little bit cringy, but it actually helps if you do it in the long term. For instance, you can start meditating today. A week, 2 weeks, you might not see as much result as you think you will see as you. So you're seeing I'll say testimonies of people actually saying meditation help them become more mindful. Before you can actually see those results, is if you do it in the long term, 3 to 6 months, and you have to try your best to be consistent. You can do this part-time type of meditation as I usually did it when I started doing my self-improvement journey, like when I focused fully on self-improvement. What I actually used to do, like whenever I want to meditate, I'll say today, okay, today I'm gonna meditate. The next time I'll meditate will be next the next 3 days. Like I'll do it twice a week. I was expecting high results with low work. I don't impute enough. I'm expecting high outputs, and that's not the way it works. You have to impute enough to get your output at the same level. So I think the best thing to do is try your best to be consistent while meditating to help you become mindful and help you. It helps your brain. I told you meditation is like workout for your brain. It helps to strengthen your mindfulness. It helps you become more focused while reading. Whilst reading, another thing I think you should consider before you start reading a book or that can help you focus more on something is the environment you are. Some people might say, like, yeah, I can read the noise, I can read the this, I can read when somewhere is noisy. Well, I don't think that's very. Not everybody can do that. Even though you can, I don't fully care about that. But not everybody can do that. Do that part of. I can read in a noisy place and understand. You might think you're understanding, but the truth is that you're not. You're just reading. It's just essentially your mind might focus on this, but part of your head will still be on the noise, still focusing on that part. That's why I say meditation helps a lot. So try to best your best to read in a quiet place. That's why we have places like libraries. Sorry, that's why we have places like libraries. Places like libraries, they need silence so they can increase their mindfulness of what they read. So the best thing to do before you read, try your best to find somewhere that is quiet, that you think that you know you can focus a lot in that place. Don't go to a place that is noisy where you think where a place where people that will distract you are or things that will distract you are. Just try your best to look for a silent place you can go to. Just take a stroll anywhere you can see that is very quiet or calm and comfortable for you. You can just rest in the tree and read a book. So there are different places you can read from. Another thing people still do wrong, why they actually forget why they read. Some people they don't actually want to read and remember. They just want to read because they feel as if for people in self improvement, this is for people in self improvement. Not everybody read, but for people in self improvement, they actually read. They actually just read the word by word. They can just pick a book now and start reading the words. Not trying. They are not even trying to understand what they read. They're just reading. It's coming through here and going out through here. They're just reading. They are not trying their best to understand. If you can read and understand, that's a very powerful thing. And I think that's where most people get it wrong. You should. Most of them just read. They just look at words. That's what I'll call it. They just look at words. They don't actually read. They don't actually study. Yes, I'll say study. They don't actually study to understand what they are reading. So the best thing to do, if you know you can't understand it, if you know you can't get it, if I read a line now in a book, what I usually that's why most times I read in the book I read very slowly because I can read like 3 lines, then the next line I'm a little lost. I'm lost. Like I'm not focusing on that line. I'm focusing. My mind has gone somewhere else, just like another type of meditation. So I will go back to that line, read it again, slower this time, so I can understand what I read. And it helps. You can try it out. It actually helps. It helps you remember. And something I do while reading is I write down important points. It helps too, because all those important points you write down, you can just jot anything down. It's, while watching podcasts, like one of my friends again, Miguel, shout out to you. What he said, like you can watch podcasts and write at the same time. Like write down the important points. Those are the things you can. For instance, if you're thinking you can't actually remember everything in the podcast, so the best thing to do will be to the best thing will be to the best thing to do will be to write the important points down. I will sweat my videos. Okay, the next thing I'll say that can help you focus more. Just read more. The more you read, the better you become at reading. So try your best to study more. Try your best to read a book more. So the more you read, the more books you read, the better you get at reading. Yes, the easy it gets easier for you to understand. I remember the first time that time I wasn't even I hated reading. I what am I saying? I hate reading books when I was I think in my younger self I despised books a lot. I didn't like reading. Like there's just I felt as if reading book is stupid because I can just get everything from a book from a video. I never knew the power of books. So the time I started reading book, the first time I actually attempted reading a whole book, I wasn't. I was just like, the book was just. I don't know what I was reading. I was just reading word by word. I completed the book. I felt as if at least I made a little progress. Then I tried it again. I read the same book again. Then this time I started realizing like I understood things a little bit more. I understood what I read a little bit more. What I actually did, I read that book 3 times. And the third time, that's when I actually knew that okay, I understand quarter of what is in this book. You can't understand the whole book in one just by reading it once. That is something I've realized. Unless it's a very short book. Or if it's a broad like a big book, you can't understand everything at once. You have to like go back to that book again and read it so you can get more information. There are some places you might have your brain might not have processed that part well, but it's actually something really deep. So what I usually do, I read books twice. I try my best to read it twice. Then sometimes I'll just go back and check out the chapter just to refresh my mind on it. That's all. Just try your best to stay in somewhere silent. Stay in a silent place, like in a quiet place where you will feel relaxed. If you want to read there, then meditate so you can be more mindful of what you're doing. Reading is another form of meditation. I think I can say that yes, it's another form of meditation. And read more, and to help you, those 3 things can help you like become retentive in what you read. It can help you remember what you read more. Keep striving for greatness.